It's Madden NFL 22, and we're moments away from a statement game. It's the Chargers and the reigning NFC champs, and it's coming up next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Chargers coming into play. They're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
Bass about ready to get us going. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when their body's on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. The numbers for him from a week ago. 20 carries, 76 yards.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
2nd and 5 down. Herbert, he's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. His throw incomplete. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Pearman. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll run with Pearman. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll run again. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. A very lengthy opening drive as this will be play number 12 coming on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The kick by Carlson is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something that's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader, because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Wallace. It's caught. Smith. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Last stop.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs. Looking to throw. Wallace. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard to gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And this game, CD, some are calling it the game of the year. Others are saying, hey, this is the Super Bowl preview. And as we speak, these are the top seeds in each conference. How do you think these two teams approach this one internally?
And I think that we both subscribe to the theory that it is the game of the year so far, and it could be a Super Bowl preview. I know outwardly both teams are going to tell us, hey, it's 1 of 16. We're going to do what we do. Let's just go ahead and play our game. But I think we both know that internally, they're saying we've got to establish we're the team to beat in case we see them again.
Staying on his feet. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, Those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete as well. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. Carlson able to put this one through. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 catches, 102 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's trying to prove the adage, it's not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one. As that now will wind up an incomplete pass. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you
got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Eagles. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of 2 ways, either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was.
After the touchdown pass to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Pearman. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Herbert. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
They didn't need much. They didn't get much. But what they did get was enough for a first down.
Herbert on first down now. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level. The quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Throwing on first down. Wallace. And this one's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. Wallace. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, Wallace. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2nd down, here's an option right. Herbert has it knocked free. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And this is one of the dangers of letting your quarterback run the football. Now, look, he goes through ball security drills just like a running back does, but most of the time the quarterback swings the ball away from his body, and in traffic, sometimes they forget to protect it.
Following the fumble recovery, Wallace. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. On second down, it's Sanders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Bert, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. Looking to throw, Wallace. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown! A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. 5 plays there on that drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
From the 27, Herbert going deep here for Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Wallace. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. From the gun, Wallace. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. The Eagles on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On 1st and 10, Wallace. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And that's complete to Sanders. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts, one of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. This is Pierman. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Play action. It's Herbert. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 55 rushing yards on the ground for him so far. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So this defense, maybe a frustration penalty there with the success that he's had running the football in this first half.
Not an excuse to do that, but yes, they're looking to slow him down any way possible. That one's just not legal.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here. Under pressure, they got him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And a crossover out of bounds right at the 25. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. The kick by Carlson is good, and the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Here's Carter now on the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here's 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Wallace. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wallace. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Sheldon Rankins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, Wallace. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll begin up at MetLife Stadium. The Giants hosting Tampa Bay in an NFC matchup. And it's the Giants who have the lead as they approach halftime. 2 touchdowns there for Saquon Barkley. Next, we'll stay in the Northeast as we head down to FedEx Field in Washington to check in on the football team. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. Big Zeke, Ezekiel Elliott, 2 touchdown runs. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Tyler Boyd, a touchdown reception. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Chargers. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter.
And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Operating from the gun, Wallace. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. From the gun, Wallace. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being
Allen hit. He lost the football. A call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down.
Here's Herbert.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
And now time time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. On is the Chargers punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes his field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he's been magnificent as we start to roll on all these touchdown passes he's had so far. It's been fun to watch.
It's been almost poetic, hasn't it? Captain, my captain. And this captain is playing so well and leading his team. As you mentioned, the great number of touchdown passes. He's looking really, really sharp.
Now maybe he just wants to add to that total, right?
And why not? More the merrier.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a throw here to his running back, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
If this was boxing, you think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one, because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered, but this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play, showing that they still got a little bit left, don't they?
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room, and smile about, but hey, there's one.
Clip and save.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Wallace. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Good job over there. Good job over there, baby.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Seemed like they picked an excellent time there, Charles, to go with the draw play.
They certainly did. Caught him a little over-eager trying to get into the backfield and get to the quarterback. They used their speed and their aggressiveness against them, didn't they?
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Herbert off of play action. He finds his target, Allen. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
2nd down and 3.
They'll stay on the ground. It's Pearman again. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Going to give this time to the tailback. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them. As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, this offense has already been forced to settle for field goals on their drives earlier, so this is not a welcome sign here.
Indeed, it is not, and they certainly hope it's not a sign for the entire game because they know they've got to be able to sustain drives all the way through. Pick up those guys rushing the quarterback and give himself a chance.
2nd and 20.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Herbert, quick hitter here, it's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as our guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Chargers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Another run here with Sanders. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll go again with Sanders. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Back to throw. Wallace. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? At this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. That's about as good as a linebacker can diagnose that play, isn't it?
It certainly is, and what he did really well is that while he was diagnosing, he got his feet in motion without actually going anywhere and taking a false step that he had to make up later. He read it, got his feet in motion, and then he just took off and made the play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. The Eagles on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. Here it's 3rd and 3.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now they'll run on the draw. Runs over him. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Rush comes up, and he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
There are plenty of ways for a special teams coach to get excited. And when you block a punt into the end zone and recover for a score, yeah, he's going to be jumping up and down a big way.
And as a punter, you know that clock is ticking. He just didn't get it off in time.
Bass on for the extra point.
And that will bump the lead up to 26. Well, not only did they block it, the awareness to go and grab it and then take it into the end zone for 6 points.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Now left side on the swing pass.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had the play diagnosed perfectly there.
Herbert has it knocked free.
It's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. 2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
So here's the kick kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a hold.
Oh, a strip. The ball comes out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. You can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Out of the gun, Herbert. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player or broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Left side here to Sanders. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better. than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. And he's caught. It's Williams.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Herbert now. He's going to let it fly. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't come in. On is the Chargers punter now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Another run with Sanders. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working.